Hi guys, it's me again, Joelle. This is video 3, and what I want to talk about in this video is drug rehab, rehabilitation. Being an addict, most people are not going to be able to overcome addiction by themselves. You're going to need some form of help, and the reason for that is because you need to learn how to deal with life on life's terms. As an addict, we don't do that. We run from life on life's terms. We cannot handle everyday stresses of life. That's why we use. Looking into drug rehab it can become overwhelming. Okay, if you've decided that it is time for you to make the choice to quit using and to have a clean, sober life, then it can sometimes be overwhelming. I'm just going to let you know from my experiences. Whenever I started looking into drug rehabs, I got online, of course, and I started looking at different drug rehabs, and I started contacting them. And whenever I would contact them, I would leave an email and a home phone number, and I would receive emails and phone calls. Now, some of the places that I were trying to get information from, they would call and they would tell you all this great stuff that their program offers, and they can do this and they can do that, and they offer this and they offer that, and then they're like, and it's only $24,000, and we just need $3,000 up front from you, and we'll work on payments. If you're like me and you're in your addiction and you have made the decision to get clean and sober, you don't have that kind of money. You can't come up with that kind of money. And if you're as bad off in your addiction as I was, nobody trusts you. Nobody's going to loan you that amount of money. I mean, it's just not even possible. One thing that I would like to suggest is, no matter where you live at, if you live in the continental 50 states of the United States of America, you can dial 211. 211 will take you to a United Way operator. That operator is in your state and in your county, and they will be able to give you free references to things that will be able to help you. A couple of the different places that I went to, that I applied for here in Florida, one was the Phoenix House. It's an 18 to 24 month program. I unfortunately was not able to go to the Phoenix House. I'm kind of glad, because it's a long time. But I was not able to go because I'm considered dual diagnosis, meaning I have mental health issues and addiction issues. So the next place that I was referred to, that I looked into, was a place called Tri-County Human Services in Avon Park, Florida. That is the drug rehab that I did decide to go to. Please take into consideration, whenever you're deciding to go into drug rehab, take into consideration the type of place that you're going to need, okay? Some people need tough love, okay? That's just, what some people respond to. I myself don't respond to that. There are drug rehab facilities that's what they offer you. They offer you tough love. It's not going to be an easy program. You're constantly going to have people, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Very strict regiment. This is how it is. This is how it is. You really need to take time looking into a drug rehab facility. I'm going to say a lot of people are most likely going to go with the first one that takes them, especially if you're having financial difficulties. It's very easy to get caught up into that and to, just go to the first one that accepts you. But whenever you're looking into a drug rehab, ask questions. Ask for information. Most drug rehabs have pamphlets or booklets or a web page. They have information for you to look into and see what kind of program that is. Ask the program exactly what do they offer you. What kind of treatment will I be receiving there? There's so many different things. This is my second rehab. It took me 2 times to get it. The first rehab that I went to was in Jacksonville, Florida, and it was basically like a tough love type deal situation. It was intensive therapy for the first 2 months. And I mean, you had people in your face. I couldn't believe some of the things that happened while I was there, but that wasn't the type of place that I needed. That program worked for some people, but it did not work for me. I ended up quitting 30 days before I graduated. It was a 6-month program, and I ended up leaving the facility because I just could not take the stress of having people on my face constantly, and just I felt like I was constantly being attacked. That worked for some people. I am still friends with a couple of different people that I was there with, and that worked for them. That's what did it for them. I guess it's the scare tactics, and it worked for them. It didn't work for me. Avon Park, Tri-County Human Services, it's also known as Avon Park. That facility, that's what worked for me. It was a 65-day program. And it helped me understand my mental health disabilities, and it helped me understand my addiction. Dealing with addiction and looking for a rehab is something that you need help with. Don't try to do it on your own. Ask people for help. You know, if you live at home with your parents, ask your parents. You know, say, this is really what I want to do. I'm really serious about this. Can you please help me get as much information as I can about these places? You know, if you have a significant other, ask them. You know, let them know. Have people involved. The best way for you to stay sober and clean is to have a support system. The better support system that you have, the more success that you're going to have. You need to have people that are willing to help you, and that will go to any lengths as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you remain clean and sober. That has to be a condition, because you cannot have people enable you. And a lot of us have those people in our lives. You cannot have people enable you. If you have bad behaviors, or if you have addictive behaviors that are coming back out, that's whenever they need to practice tough love with you, because you cannot have people enable you. It just isn't going to work. But whenever you are looking for drug rehab, have different people available to you. Don't just look at one place and decide that's where you want to go. Look at several different rehabs. There's all kinds of different there's Christian programs, there's boot camp programs, there's the tough love programs, there's the dual diagnosis programs. There's many different programs out there that are available for you whenever you're looking into rehabs. So my main thing here is take your time. Don't put too much time into it. Don't dwell on it for a long period of time. But sit down and think of exactly what you want out of a rehab, okay? Write that down. Write down the pros and the cons of a rehab for you and what you need out of that program. What do you need to learn? What are specific skills that you need in order to maintain sobriety? Write those down, look through different rehabs, and whatever rehab comes closest to what you're looking for, then that's probably the rehab for you. So that's all I have to say about rehabs. And thank you for watching. Blessed.